What if I told you that going pro is actually easier than you think, and the solution has been staring you in the face this whole time? Well, if you make sure to follow the strategy we go over in this video, you will make more progress than most people will in their whole playing career. You'll learn about the strategy that takes average footballers from the 99% to the 1%, and we will show you how you can apply it to your life. You must watch this video all the way through and be willing to put in the effort required, or else it's not worth your time to study this video. Now that we have weeded out the 99% of footballers that won't make it pro, you need to understand how the average footballer operates and how to break free from those habits. If you look around at what the average footballer does, you'll realize that most never make any real progress in their career. They may do training sessions, but they will never be able to break past their natural growth curve. Most people think that the only way for someone to make it pro is either by getting scouted or by being born with insane talent. People accept this fact and live the rest of their lives thinking it's impossible to catch up to them. But the saddest part about this is that they're just fine drifting along and letting life happen to them. They are literally playing life on autopilot and never take action to improve themselves. We are living in one of the greatest times of history, with an abundance of opportunities everywhere to go pro, where there are thousands of clubs all around the world. Yet most footballers spend their entire day numbing their brains and never pushing themselves past their comfort level. What we are trying to say here is that the bar to going pro is so low these days that the competition is literally non-existent. So if you are willing to put in the time and effort needed, we promise you will obliterate 99% of footballers that have no clue how they're going to go pro and put in minimal effort into doing so. What is probably the most overlooked by beginners and footballers is that you must have a plan, a roadmap that takes you from where you are now to where you want to be. Even though it's unlikely you will be able to follow exactly what the roadmap says, it will give you a clear finish line with tasks you need to do daily to achieve it. It's very unlikely you're following a plan whatsoever, and if you are, it's most likely very simple and minimal. We won't give you a roadmap in this video as we want to keep that for later, but we will give you questions to ask yourself so you can create your own. Now grab a pen and paper and imagine what your greatest football accomplishment will be, the number one thing you will achieve. Once you have that down, we need to create subcategories for how you can achieve that. For this example, we will use playing in the Premier League. To play in the Premier League, you can take a few routes. In your youth, you'll want to be playing for development clubs and academies. You can enter through a Premier League club's youth academy, primarily from ages 8 and 18, and progress through the academy levels, potentially signing for the club or being loaned out. You can be scouted through an academy at a competition or some type of program. The next option would be lower league progression, starting in the lower leagues, whether that be in England or in another country, and climbing up the ranks from that point. Another way would be to stand out in your environment. If you can play for your national team at the youth or senior level, you are guaranteed to gain exposure from clubs. If you have the money or organize some sort of scholarship, you can go on trial for clubs as well. Another very important way of climbing up to the Premier League level is networking and promotion. Make sure you are working with an agent that can help you secure opportunities. While this isn't necessary, it would put you above a ton of others who are trying to do everything themselves. Attend training camps, summer tournaments, and showcases. Pretty much go to any and all possible events you can to maximize your chances of being scouted. And finally, making sure you have a social media and highlight reel out there so scouts can actually visually see you without having to see you in person. Now, each one of these methods is primarily milestones. For most of these, you'll need to increase your playing level in order to achieve them. What you do now is create categories under each one of these and detail how you are going to achieve them. Let's say you are 16 and want to play for your national team. You'll want to first get insanely better than everyone around you, play at a high level, build a network, meet national team eligibility, and compete in front of scouts. Now you'll see how each step will have multiple steps under it that all lead to your ultimate goal. You can change up your goal if you'd like and adjust it to your preferences, but ultimately you'll want to stick to the plan you create yourself. This video may be the most important video you'll watch, so to remind yourself that you're going to succeed, comment down below "I will succeed" and subscribe to our channel as we put out videos like this all the time. Stay locked in.